What's up, SEN Live fans? It is Wednesday morning. That means it's hump day. That means you got to pick it up. You got to get that butt out of bed. You get that butt off the couch and go do something with your life. But first, before you go do that, you're going to hang out with us here on SEN Live. We're going to talk about some fist-pumping moments. We're going to talk about the best performances in a franchise. And we're going to talk about Ben Kenobi getting a 360 situation going on with that TV series. All of it with Kate Mulligan, Brett Sheridan, Ben Goddard, and RB3. Get ready. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another live episode of SEN Live here from the virtual studios of the Schmoedown Entertainment Network that we've placed in everybody's houses, who is now on the show right now. I am your host today, sitting in for Christian Harloff again. I'm the outlaw John Rocha. He's off lining up more meetings and setting up more events for us to enjoy here on the SEN Network. And we are back, the Monday crew on a Wednesday. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Going to maybe give you a little bit of a pick you up. Some of us are recovering from a long night last night for various reasons, and we're not going to get too much into it, but definitely we're all recovering from it. So let's go around the horn and introduce everybody. What's up, the lovely Kate Mulligan? How are you? I'm so excited. It's RB3's birthday! Yeah, that's the number one thing. I should have mentioned that's a strike on me as a host. It is RB3's 23rd birthday, so please remember, we run on Streamlabs and Super Chats, and we got that Schmobot rolling, so come and give some love to the man RB3. Ben Goddard, how are you? Just rolled out of bed. What's the deal?
Oh, baby, I got this email late. I'm still waking up, but you know what? I walked over to my desk because that's where my laptop was, and I was like, you know what? I get to do the show notes from bed today, and then I looked at my phone. I was like, no, I don't. Let me get a shirt on. Yeah, I'm always happy to be here. Happy birthday to my brother RB3.
Right on.
Thank you.
Brett Sheridan, how are you, my man?
I'm all right. I love how it's hard to get to a 9:45 digital meeting these days. The sleep schedule is way off around here.
Yeah, you know
but
what?
Happy birthday, 23.
You have been like 2 blocks away from Christian's house when we had to drive to the studio. You have not been dealing with the 405 for 6 months. So you know what? I'm going to be late today. I get to be late for the digital meetings.
Perfect.
All right?
405 was slow today for both Ben and I.
Yes.
For so many reasons. And of course, our birthday man, I have to say, not birthday boy anymore. He is 23 now. He is a man. RB3, much love, brother. How are you feeling? How does 23 feel?
It feels all right, man. Feels good. I mean, I got to celebrate it, right? It's my Jordan year. Kind of, it's in the middle of a quarantine, but that's why, I'm glad to hang out with folks like you guys and everybody in the SEN and Schmoedown community. It's really beautiful, and thank y'all for all the love I've been getting all day. It's been really, really greatly appreciated.
Yeah. You got something going on tonight, right? You want to pitch at your stream?
Yeah. Thank you for letting me get a plug out without without a little hassle here. It is nice. All right.
It's your birthday.
Hey, I wish I had some music, but I can't get copyrighted. Can't get the show copyrighted. Tonight we're actually doing a live stream on First Cut. So please make sure to check that out. It's at 5:30 p.m. It's going to be a live stream. We're going to talk about, movies, obviously, my birthday. And also, it's coming right off the heels of Andres and Ken Knapsack going head-to-head in the movie trivia schmodown, Star Wars tournament. So, we're going to have pretty much a live recap from Ace, like, right after the thing. So, if he wins, he's going to have a lot to say, and if he loses, he might have a lot to say, too. So, you never know. So, be sure to check that out.
He's going to be so turned.
Yeah, it's going to be like...
much water.
It's going to be like, RB3, drink for you. RB3, drinks for you. All about it. Yeah. So, that's later on today. I think 3 o'clock, right? 3 o'clock PT, is that right, for that match on Twitch?
Oh, yeah, 3 o'clock,
PT on Twitch, and then at 5:30 p.m. is your stream on Meaning for your birthday live stream. I'm going to pop in there maybe naked. I don't know. I'll celebrate you. We'll
thank you. Yeah, it's going to be plenty of special guests. We invited a lot of people, so thank you.
I respect it. Oh, I respect it. All right, cool. Good. Good. I love it. Well, we're gonna get into. I know we got some topics we're gonna jump into throughout the show, but I know a lot of people are thinking how fist pumping moments was how we left the show on a cliffhanger yesterday. But actually, in the second hour of the show, I think we're gonna looking at best performances in a franchise. So start thinking about it in your head as we get into the second hour. But don't worry, we might still touch on some fist pumping moments in the first hour of the show. But Ben, let's get into our topic today, the Kenobi situation. What can you tell us about that, my man?
So Kenobi's been kind of up in the air with the writing and everything like that, but what we know right now is that they're going to use the StageCraft, which is like that 360 screen that they were using in Mandalorian, and it was so good that we really thought they were not shooting on location on Tatooine or anything like that, but we thought they were going around, but they never left the studio. That was all the StageCraft. And McGregor came out and said he was very happy about it. Quote, "I think I'm going to enjoy it much more. The prequels were all blue screen and green screen, and it was hard to imagine. But nowadays, I think things have moved on so much, and I think a lot of what you see is going to be what we see on the set." End quote. And so I like this a lot because the big problem, especially for Attack of the Clones, everyone talks about that one being like, the lower tier of the prequels. You just have Obi Wan just going around talking to different CGI characters and like all CGI sets. Like I don't think there's I know that they built quite a few miniatures for Phantom Menace, but you look at these like sets and it's just huge green screen rooms. Right. So I like this. I like having the actors to be able to react to something. How do you guys feel about it?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's a great way to do it. And if you've seen the behind the scenes of that Mandalorian, that series on Disney Plus, you know that it's an incredible way for an actor to feel immersed in the scene, immersed in what you're trying to accomplish. And the director as well gets to able to almost like to put some mental signposts down about what they're creating here with that technology, as opposed to, like Natalie Portman said, acting opposite a tennis ball on a stick, which, if we remember correctly, she said it sent her into a depression watching her performances in the prequels because it was so difficult to act towards opposite a tennis ball.
Did you see that clip of Ian McKellen on The Hobbit?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I mean, because, it's the same thing with, like, Lord of the Rings, where, like, Peter Jackson spent years building sets and, hand sewing chainmail and stuff like that. And then, he was kind of forced into The Hobbit after Guillermo del Toro left. And so at the dinner scene in the first Hobbit movie, he's like just sitting there with a bunch of tennis balls and green screens because, they're all like going to be juxtapositioned because they're dwarves. Right. It's like, Peter, I can't do this. Like, this isn't acting. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. Like, this is insane. Right. Like, he had like a full breakdown on set.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I guess I have a couple of questions about it because
I don't mean to get off topic, but
that's RB3's birthday. I guess there's part of me that sort of listen. I'm a bad actress, so that's the jump off. Oh. But that being said, like I don't know, like part of every actor's job is ADR, right? Which is like like you do the performance. And then you have to go record your performance. And like sometimes sound doesn't need to get everything, but you have to do the performance again with nothing. You can see the film, but with nothing. And I can't imagine them being like, okay, so we've got to, for ADR, we gotta let them act against something. It's like, to me, I sort of feel like you should be able to act with a tennis ball.
Wow.
The way that you should be able to act with again, this is coming from a
Casting
terrible actress.
aspersions. Wow.
Wow, just
And Natalie's like, what?
zero sympathy.
What that bee say? What that bee say?
Well, I
Yeah.
guess
Ian McKellen, big fan of the show. Just shook right now.
You shall not judge me.
I
Yeah.
have to say, I'm empathetic to them because they have had a career
Yeah.
where they did act with people. I understand, but what I'm saying is, I think that, like, especially in the digital age, people becoming actors and actresses are going to have to be flexible about this. I just can't imagine Ian McKellen. Like, I remember I went and did ADR for one of the movies I was in after Clint Eastwood had just been in the same studio. And they're like, Clint Eastwood goes in and he does one take, and if you don't think you got it, it doesn't matter. He does his thing and you go.
Yeah.
He's just
gotta
like,
go.
and then he's done. Now, I just can't imagine, like, Ian McKellen being like, I can't do this. There's no people here. Like, he'll do the ADR. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I guess what I'm saying is, I guess my question is, what's the cost of creating something like this? Because, yeah, what's the cost of
Yeah. Well, the technology is actually cheaper than going on set and flying out everybody and doing all and setting things up in a studio or whatever. Like,
Then
it's
I can
actually
get behind it.
yeah. They've actually made it cheap, which is why they're using it in this way, and why Disney Plus, or I'm sorry, Lucasfilms and Disney wants to use this technology again.
Well,
That's the bottom line for me, is if it's cheap, woo, do it.
Kate has taken over Christian's position as a budget manager.
Well, I think what's cool about it is that it's not only cheaper, but it's also like looks way better. Like, if you ask me, like, I think when you especially look at something that they shoot on green screen versus something that they use the LED panels for. I know First Man kind of innovated a lot of that and brought that into the forefront, and it won the best Visual Effects Academy Award when it came out. So yeah, it's a really good way to make things look really convincing, make the light reflect off of the actors a certain type of way that captures it in camera, a way that green screen just can't capture. And you can have a bunch of CGI artists work on it in post, or you could do it right there on set. And I think that's ultimately the best way to do it. So
I listen, I can totally get behind that, but if this is like something that if it helps actors as a benefit, like as like a sort of like a periphery benefit, like, I'm all for that. Like, if it looks better and it's cheaper,
Oh, we
woo!
lost Rocha.
You guys, he was old. He was old.
He was done.
He was
He's
tired.
Well,
done.
like, I watched like behind the scenes of like the Avengers and stuff like that, and they actually have Josh Brolin on there with like a big like Thanos thing, like, hey,
Oh.
this is how tall I'm supposed to be as Thanos. And so just even something like that, where, like in the final battle of Endgame, no, that really didn't happen, but they had like part of it built. They had like the immediate foreground built, and then the skyline and stuff like that, and all the explosions are digital. So just something like that, compared to if you watch the behind the scenes of like Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith, it's just walls of green. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing besides blue and green screen on there. So I get in that sense, just like having something like some kind of field of depth, like, hey, this is where this pothole is, or this is where, not just like X marks where this alien's gonna be, go talk to that alien and give him a hug.
Right. It sounds like awesome technology that listen, you're telling me like Mandalorian didn't happen on location? That's insane to me. I was like, I wonder what desert they shot this
Yeah,
in.
Exactly.
Is that
insane.
Santa Clarita? Is that?
Like, you thought they went to Galaxy's Edge and filmed there because it looks so
100%,
good.
100% I did, yeah. But
I
also,
mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
yeah. Listen, did they go to, anybody know? Did they go to Galaxy?
Did they go to Galaxy's Edge?
I think yes, to the what do we want to say about Rocha while he's gone?
Yeah.
yeah, it is the perfect time for smack talking. So.
Does he need to forfeit the show if
Yeah.
his internet's out, or how does this work out?
That is super gonna get old. I don't know if people know that story. I can't wait to tell that.
I'm terrified. I'm always terrified just streaming from my house that we're gonna like I'm gonna knock the internet just the wrong way, and it's just gonna entirely shut down. This whole thing.
It definitely can happen right before something. Trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, make sure you're sending in your Streamlabs and super chats. We've got best performance in a franchise film coming up at the top of the hour. But I know we've been talking to death about this, y'all. But Regal is officially announcing their opening next month. Regal, cinemas, theaters, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
787 locations and 9,000 screens. How how are y'all feeling about this? Like, you know, Tenet pushed their date back literally, what was it, a week, 2 weeks, something like that? So July 30th, I think, somewhere around there.
Yeah, Brett, what did Tenet get pushed back to?
Yeah. And
yeah,
you
it
know,
was like somewhere around July or something.
yeah, some July. Like, how do we feel about this? Like, they're giving us like some kind of incentives. You know, Inception's re-releasing. I saw on Dark Horizons that in the UK, Empire Strikes Back is going to be in the theaters to get people to come out. How do we feel about this? Are we ready to go back? Like, if you know, even before, I remember getting an email from AMC like, hey, we're doing 50% seating. Don't sit next to each other. That's how we're going to do it. And that was before everything officially shut down.
Yeah.
If they do something like that, are you guys comfortable? Are you guys a big theater snacker? So, like, even if you wear a mask, you're going to be like, oh.
Yeah, that's odd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know I am a scientist and a doctor, and I've seen these things that people call like charts and statistics, and apparently the places that opened up and did all these things, they're going up. I don't know why they would, the cases, but that's just a dumb snowflake kind of a thing I read on a chart.
That's more of that pandemic stuff that I keep hearing about.
That was some pandemic stuff. So personally, again, I think I mentioned it yesterday, I could not eat in a restaurant or go to a theater for as long as possible if it means being safe. And the only thing my children, I just wish they could have like a sleepover or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think pushing is always going to be better until we take care of this thing. But that's just my professional doctor opinion.
I gotta say, I think every business has the right to follow the law however they see fit, and I think that there are some businesses that are like I belong to a gym, like it's still closed, and I think it's because the protocols that are necessary to be in place, they feel like they couldn't do it. So, but I then also think it's everybody's right as individuals to go or not go, depending on like if it's legal for the theater to be open, and the theater's open, anybody can go. That being said, I can tell you that for myself, I am still navigating. I think part of the rush to open is because this time has been mentally tough on everybody. So even if you're somebody who didn't struggle with some sort of mental,
mental health.
Mental health. Like if you're somebody that's never experienced a mental health struggle, you probably have been experiencing it being locked in, unemployed, whatever it is these past 3 months. So I think in some ways I've always felt like, okay, if your own mental health is more of a risk to you than the virus, then you got to do what you got to do. That being said, I feel like my mental health, if we have to re-quarantine, I'm going to lose it. I've been inside with 2 kids. I've had to find out how to keep 2 kids. By the way, we're shooting this at 10 this morning. I played half an hour of Just Dance. I played Candyland. I explained gay pride to my son. I mean, like that was just within an hour and a half of the day. I have to tell you guys a story about that later. Anyway, I guess for me, I am in no rush to get back out there, because I feel like, especially after these 3 months, of being locked in my house with these kids, and I know they're mine, but I still talk about them like they're not, with these children that somebody put in my house.
With these things?
With these things.
Who put these things here?
He'll put these things here. I cannot imagine getting the virus because I went to a movie. So we're still playing it safe. Like, I'm seeing that like friends that we would come and do like social distancing lunches with on our front driveway, like on our driveway, we wouldn't get near them, 6 feet apart, masks until we were eating.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that like they're just back with their friends now, and I'm like having to navigate how to say to them like we can't do this anymore then.
It's crazy. Like I have people that I work with that are like partying in Florida, like straight up just partying, like not like, oh, like, you know, we're going to a friend's house. No, they're like just out at bars, like crowded nightclubs and everything. Yeah. And like I'm just like, all right, well, if I go back to work at the bar that I work at, I don't want you there. Like, you need another 2 weeks when you come back. Yeah. Because like I'm already exposing myself like with all the proper precautions to make money. You're taking 0 precautions and to do it just to party, and it's just selfish. And I do realize the same thing you said, Kate. Like, people have been going crazy. You know, even if it's just like, oh, a little bit of like cabin fever, to yes, like people have been experiencing serious waves of depression, being locked inside, and it's a real thing. But there's still responsible ways to go out, and just like, you know, the people in the Ozarks that, like, you know, were at that pool party and then suddenly like, oh, well, we found a few cases there. It's like, oh, no shit. Like,
Rocha, how you doing, buddy?
What happened? That never happens. The internet completely froze. I kept moving and I kept talking, and you guys were frozen. And I'm like, oh, they must really be intent on listening to what I'm saying. Wait a minute. I had to go and reboot everything.
You were gone for 15 minutes. Were you talking that whole time?
Was I really gone for 15?
No,
Holy shit.
I'm kidding.
No, I was talking for like 5. I was just
Rocha
like,
thought he
what's
had the
going
most
on?
captive audience. Oh, I got him good.
Everybody,
Where are the stream? How come? Yeah.
I'm sorry. While we were talking on the issue of like tech issues, everybody make sure that you have turn off original, or the thing say turn off original sound in your top left hand.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
There you go. Yeah, it'll get your sound better. We can sound
Sorry
a little
about
better.
that, bud.
No,
Anyway,
so sorry.
what were we talking about? And have we had any Streamlabs come through? Any super chats? Come on, guys, send that stuff in. You know,
No,
yeah,
it's
is
just
this
been
Schmobot?
We haven't had
everybody
the Schmobot
down
yet. We need we need Schmobots, guys. The show is run on Super Chats and Streamlabs. I've got a few in here, but we're gonna wait to read them probably till the second half of the show, or at least until I've only got a handful right now, so I gotta wait to read these until we got a few more.
Hey guys, it's RB3's birthday. You can't tell me you don't want to send in Schmobots and super chats and Streamlabs to give the man some love, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Jeez.
absolutely.
And Sheridan, do you want? I guess for 20-minute mark, do you want to do your read?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Give that a whirl. So let me put on my old man
I'm
glasses.
gonna try not to freeze
There
over
he
here.
goes.
So, as we were just discussing, the reopening is right around the corner, and there's a chance that no one's seen your balls in a few months. So, don't ruin your first post-quarantine date with a ball fro. They're not in style anymore, Rocha. Would you show up to the first day of school without a haircut? I wouldn't. So Manscaped is here to provide you with the best tools for your grooming experience. So round the room, Kate included, when was the last time all of you shaved your balls? And again, another old man joke. Instead of using a shard of obsidian, Rocha, they have an actual machine now. It's called the Lawnmower 3.0. It's the best hygiene tool for the modern man. It has a ceramic blade, skin-safe technology. Your snags will be reduced while prepping yourself for post-quarantine life. Manscaped is forever changing the grooming game with the Perfect Package 3.0 Essentials Kit. The Perfect Package 3.0 comes with a new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, water-resistant, cordless body trimmer, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag for you to use when you're done quarantining. I wear the briefs; they're so comfy.
I remember you saying that.
Yes, I only wear those. I actually just change out of them after 3 days. The Perfect Package 3.0 also comes with the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver. Yeah, I mean, your crop is going to be crop-tastic. The Crop Preserver is an anti-chafing ball deodorant, which ensures that your afternoon stroll doesn't end with your balls sticking to your legs. God, I love these guys. The Crop Reviver is a spray-on toner. It's a toner for your balls. It's made with smoothing aloe, witch hazel extracts, and will give your balls a boost. Don't all of our balls need a boost during this time? Subscribers to the Peak Hygiene Plan get a new replacement blade refill for the lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure that your trimmer stays fresh and clean. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, fellas. Literally, there's like a light when you're grooming yourself on the thing. So treat yourself. Oh, hey, Pac-Man Dwayne.
Thank you.
We'll hear it again.
All right, we'll hear it again. Treat yourself by making it through quarantine with the Lawnmower 3.0. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SEN20 at manscaped.com. That again, you get 20% off, free shipping with the code SEN20 at manscaped.com. 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code SEN20. Yes, SEN20. Your first date will thank you. There it is, folks. And I absolutely love mine. I
do too.
It's amazing.
You love Brett's?
Yes.
I do. I love.
And we know how you feel about balls being clean and shaven, Kate. You've mentioned
you
before when Ellis said balls.
Yeah, no. I actually don't. I don't mind hair on balls.
Oh.
Interesting.
Also, for Manscaped's sake, yeah, get them shaved.
Yeah. Woo.
I like a long hair.
Wow.
Okay. All
This
right.
Just one. Okay.
Just one long
Oh,
hair.
just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Like
Yeah.
you like a Charlie Brown of a ball. You like just one.
Well, at least it took us longer this time, Ben. At
Right,
least it took us-
You like a Charlie Brown of a ball was really good.
All right, we got one coming from our boy Pac-Man
Yes.
Dwain.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, it's coming.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yes.
Here, Rocha, say something. It likes to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Where's the schmobot? Let's get it going. What do you got there, Dwayne? Anyway, the other day I was walking in the park.
$20.
No, it has
Happy
to be
birthday
personal.
To Sweet Angel RB3. Can we get Irish Rocha, Irish Kate, and Anaconda Brett and Russian Ben arguing who gave RB3 the best birthday present?
Yeah.
It's up to y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're all fucking insane. I gave him the greatest gift ever. I knew exactly. I've known RB3 longer than all three of you bastards. And I gave him the perfect gift. It was a couple of weed sticks from the MedBen store. High-end, $50 a joint. $50 a joint! I paid cash.
See, in Soviet Russia, I cannot give weed because it is made of pure uranium. So I give good gift by not giving him that. So my gift is much better. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I gave Robert Butler III a gift of me showing up to his birthday show a little bit hungover.
Hey.
And that way he knows that I am going to be slower to jump in and interrupt him when he's talking. So that's the best gift.
Oh, that is good gift. That is, I will say that is good gift.
I gave RB3 the gift of life when I saved it from an anaconda. So thank you very much.
Oh, that's good. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate that.
By the way, so just so you guys know, I actually was going to send RB3 weed. And while we were just talking, then I was like, oh, wait, his mom might get the packet. So then we double checked and I was like, okay, can't. But I had put everything in my cart and I was going to buy it this morning.
Timson donated $20. Regarding going back to reopen theaters, it's simple. Without a proven COVID-19 vaccine or treatment yet? Heck no. Happy birthday to our best man, RB3.
Thank you, Tim Slum. Appreciate that.
I love that,
Tim
Tim
Slum.
Sim.
Right. Good point, Tim.
But during this, it came up. It says, "Hey, thanks for checking out Good Time." No, sorry, it's called Good Treat.
Hey.
We hope you decide. We hope you decide to try some of our elite flower and vapes. Make sure to use promo code. Like, it was just, I'm gonna have to empty my cart for him now.
I gotta say, if suburban moms can shop for weed on their Apple Watch, we gotta change some things about who's in prison right now. I'll say that.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Nah.
Mrs. Johnson, you're
Question
going to
about
prison. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not going to prison. You better clean it up if I'm going in there. I tell you that.
All
thank you,
officers are now Francis McDormand from Fargo.
2 months. 2 months.
Oh,
All
man.
that for little money, eh? I just don't
Actually,
understand it.
That would actually solve a lot, though, wouldn't it?
What?
Oh, absolutely.
If only
Oh,
Francis
good. She's a
McDormand
good
was
cop.
Oh yeah, she's a
Of
good
course.
cop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why they made a movie about it, because never mind. All right, move on. I'm not going to fix that.
Well, Francis McDormand and the what was that racist movie?
3 Billboards?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Three Billboards. Right.
I actually like that movie. I like that movie.
Sam Rockwell, that thing.
It's funny when you said, "What is that racist movie?" I only came up with like 1,000 in my head. It was hard to narrow that one down.
So we've got another reunion show scheduled, and
Okay.
it's 30 Rock. 30
Yeah.
Rock is coming back
Oh.
together, and it's going to premiere on the Peacock, which is NBC's streaming service, but then it's going to be rebroadcast on regular TV for everyone. And I believe that's got it on July 16th, and then it will premiere July 15th on the Peacock. So how do you guys feel? I loved the Parks and Rec reunion. I thought it was actually pretty enlightening.
Yeah,
It talked about mental health. It was like Chris Pratt went full Andy Dwyer, like he'd never missed a day. And that's the Chris Pratt I love. So how do you guys feel about 30 Rock? Did you guys like it? Did you watch it?
Loved 30 Rock. I also was very confused because it was such a this was when I was like at UCLA doing writing classes, and everybody's specs was 30 Rock. I was so surprised when I heard that it never had great numbers.
Really?
It never pulled in great numbers, and that was like shocking to me because I felt like it was such a innovative. I'm a big Tina Fey fan. I also have to say, Tracy Morgan's character on that show, Tracy Jordan, Liz Lemon. Like, I just love him so much. And I know I'm just always excited. Like, I haven't watched the last OG, but I'm so excited because he was so close to dying on us. So nice to see
it's good to have him back and working because he's such a treasure. And him and Baldwin, their scenes together, dude. Because he's, oh my God.
When Baldwin did Tracy Morgan's parents, say goodnight. That's one of my favorite episodes. Bar none, right? I mean, so good.
Nah, it was. It didn't do great ratings wise, but it won like every Emmy that Like I remember it won. It was like a 3-year streak where it won Best Comedy Series, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Because they were doing the live shows. Like Tina Fey did 2 live versions of 30 Rock, and what's her name from Seinfeld filled in for her for like the flashbacks.
Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yeah, she filled in as Liz Lemon for like her Liz Lemon flashbacks, and that was
funny. I never saw that.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien did a great little thing with them after Tina Fey had won the Emmy over Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep. Because in her speech, Tina Fey said how she was just channeling Julia Louis-Dreyfus in her performance on 30 Rock. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus, you see her in the crowd, she goes like that, like, okay, great, nice, you channeled me and won the award. So Conan and her run up to Tina Fey's dressing room, and they steal her Emmy out of the 30 Rock dressing room, and they push Jack McBrayer to the ground, which is hilarious because he's there playing Kenneth.
God.
And they run down, and then they're sitting there with the Emmy, and then Tina walks out into the studio as they're recording the show. It's brilliant. It's so funny.
Nice.
Just standing back and forth.
It's so good.
I remember Tina Fey had one of the best speeches ever when she won an Emmy. She was like, all right, this is for, and then she started reading off everybody who had said horrible things about him. She's like, it was like, Pac-Man Dwain, suck it. Suck it. Like she was Pac-Man Dwain. I know it wasn't you, Pac-Man Dwain, but she was like saying it was amazing. Maybe it wasn't suck it, but it was something like,
it wasn't
for you.
It was what other shows do you guys?
I was going to say, it's literally my next question.
Oh,
what other shows would you guys want to see? Do a little Zoom call, Josh Gad's been doing all not because I think 30 Rock's it's gonna be like a produced show like Parks and Rec was, but even like a big Zoom call like Josh Gad does. Which one would you guys want to see?
Well, by the way, Josh Gad and one of our fans turned me on to it. Did a Goonies reunion. Rocha, you gotta see it.
Josh Gad also did Artemis Fowl. You gotta see it.
I saw that clip out. Somebody had tweeted out to us and that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I don't know if it's I don't know that it's clear that it's coming out of his butt though.
Okay. Where else would it?
His pants come off, and you see the stereotypical white boxers with red hearts on them.
Yeah.
Oh, then it wasn't. Did I see it? Oh, I just thought it looked like it could have been the dirt flying up behind him, but okay. I missed the boxers part. I wasn't watching closely. Okay, anyway, sorry. Guys, I don't want to get off topic here.
Yeah, I don't mean to get off topic here, but let me just get on my soapbox and defend Josh Gad's butt with dirt.
I'm an expert on where dirt comes out of on a person's body, and butt is not.
What about Game of Thrones? Can we get a Game of Thrones Zoom episode? Can we get that?
Oh wow!
I mean, how deep do you want to go? Are we getting Sean Bean back? Because he's gone season 1.
I think you should bring them all the actors on, and they just completely bash season 8 the whole time with Benioff and Weiss in one Zoom call together, and just sitting there going, "Oh, okay, all right."
Well, did you see? It's like the LAPD thing where people are just calling in, eviscerating them.
Right.
What were you thinking? Go back to high school. You got no idea what you're doing in Los Angeles. It was hilarious.
I would love to see a Freaks and Geeks Zoom call reunion type thing. But
They're trying to make it happen. Sam was on backstage last week or 2 weeks ago, and he said that all they need is those top three, like Jason Segel, James Franco, and maybe Linda Cardellini to come back, and then everyone else probably would follow suit if they were to do it.
Yeah. No Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's not.
Seth Rogen. Sorry, I always forget.
I was like Linda Cardellini.
I love Cardellini.
I do too, but I'm just saying
that's a good point.
Nobody can out Rogen Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm trying to think. Like someone mentioned
donated $20. Happy birthday, RB3, from all of us Sweaties. You're an angle, and everyone subscribe to the Meaning of Podcast and First Cut channel.
Thank you.
You are an angle.
You are an angle.
Angle, yeah. Just
isosceles triangle as well. Throw that out there. For you math nerds.
He's the right angle.
Hey! Man, this is where I need to get those sound effects back so I can start.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got the one. I like that one.
What else? I mean, if you go old school, look, Norman Lear is still walking the earth, I think. So I mean, you could go back and get like, I don't know, who could you do who's still around? Is Jimmy Walker? Jimmy Walker still around? You could do a Good Times reunion. That would be funny. What?
I'd go with I'd love to see Cheers.
Cheers are gonna be great.
Like anything with Ted Danson is just he's just an angel.
Yeah. Frasier.
Rocha's about to propose. He's like, like a Cosby Show reunion.
Yeah.
Nope. Because like Bill's in jail.
What about I Love Lucy?
Bill in jail.
The classics.
What I was thinking of the scene was.
Oh, sorry. Have you guys ever seen like when they like say like the existence of the world, they like show it as like an inch, and it's like, or like they show it as a year.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like, humans of. I feel like if they do a Game of Thrones reunion, it should be a Zoom call with everybody, and that it should be like it's an hour call, and you get kicked off of the Zoom call depending on how long you're in the season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sean Bean will be there for like the first minute.
That's how you get them to agree.
Yeah.
Oh, only 10 minutes? Good.
And then Brand's the only one at the end, basically.
Oh God.
That's pretty funny.
Brand just rolling around.
Rocha will be asking for a Cosby Show reunion and a House of Cards reunion.
Yeah, House of Cards. I know I'm a terrible person. I know this, but I ripped through all 5 seasons in like 3 weeks. It was an incredible show. I know whatever Spacey did is what Spacey did, but like that show is effing great. I couldn't believe it. And I started the 6th season, and what everybody warned me and my girlfriend about came to pass. We were 2 episodes in, and we're like, F this. This looks terrible. So the first 5 are fantastic.
And then Rocha proposes that a reunion of the Weinstein Company, all of the movies that they ever did. Shakespeare in Love.
Shakespeare in Love.
Marathon of Weinstein.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go there. I'm good. No, I'll leave the hot jokes for Kate and Brett. All right, I'm gonna get into some of these Streamlabs, guys. Let me find out. There we go. Alex M.S. Young couldn't watch live, but some of the scenes which always stuck with me with 1995's Casper when he's explaining how he died. Oh, I guess going back to scenes that make you cry.
Oh.
No, fist bump moments.
No,
He couldn't watch live.
I just got over yesterday.
Yeah.
Guys.
Paul Denuzio, to make up for yesterday, fist pumps Ed Harris in the showroom in The Rock, Ed Harris in the resuscitation scene in The Abyss, Ed Harris in his monologue to Casey Affleck in Gone Baby Gone, Ed Harris and his failure is not an option in Apollo 13.
Oh.
Way to stay on brand today.
We lost Rocha again.
Oh, man.
His internet is not having the day.
His internet's just,
Yeah, guys.
honestly.
Oh, sorry. Go.
No, you go.
No,
So, guys, we are getting into either fist pump moments or best actors in a franchise movie.
Yeah.
So, if you guys want to rave about the go-tos of Hugh Jackman and Robert Downey Jr., I'm all about it. I want to hear it. because like those guys literally defined their comic book characters that have been around for decades before they ever played them. Or if you got a real niche one, I also want to hear that too.
Donated
Boom.
$20. With all due respect, Kate is looking mighty fine this morning. Also, happy birthday, RB3.
Thank you, thank you,
I'll
thank
put
you.
one in the air for you.
Hey, put 2 in the air. That's what's up, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I like it.
Love it.
Wait,
love it.
is put one in the air? You remember how I was like, "What's an L?" Is put one in the air having to do with that, or is it just this?
I really don't know, honestly. Somebody in the chat might have to explain that one to me.
Wow.
Let me Google put one in the air.
Oh God, no, that's a different thing. That's called the minivan. Whoa, that's a different.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's smoking a joint with someone.
There we go.
All right, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's
Okay.
what's up. I love it.
All right,
Blunt.
there you go. Perfect.
Put 2 in the air.
Put 2 in the
Hey, why not? Let's do it. Why not?
Oh,
Okay.
Man. By the way, I just want everyone to just take a moment and think about how Rocha's still talking, thinking we're just
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
He's
all
on that
frozen,
call.
looking at our cameras. He's like, I got these guys riveted.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm killing it right now.
Yeah, he's like, wow, they are wrapped with attention today. Oh, Rocha.
He's back.
At least he's not the host of the show.
There's no justice in the world.
Oh man.
Oh, Rocha.
Can you guys still see me? Like, it's so frustrating. Now I've just connected my internet to my phone. I'm gonna use my phone as the hotspot. So screw it.
Okay.
Oh.
So
That's cool.
clearly, I got to
As
make
long as we got you.
I've got a
I
strongly
know
worded
about that.
letter to Spectrum. Clearly.
Spectrum.
too.
Oh, Spectrum
That's
and hotspots. Oof.
Boy,
What do you know?
You're really setting Ben back to a PTSD.
Oh yeah, having little nightmares over here. Matt Chapman, I haven't been able to donate in a couple weeks, but I've got to say hi to the lovely Kate Mulligan. Also,
Hey.
the rest of you,
Thanks.
happy birthday, RB3.
Thank you.
Bruce
Yes.
Leroy, for turning 23, RB3 sure looks like he could personally describe watching Lady Diana's wedding to Prince Charles, or he felt watching Miracle on Ice. Just kidding. Love RB3. Y'all are doing great. Go Huskers.
Hey, thank you. I've always looked old because of the beard. That's the main thing.
I don't actually
I
think
think-
you do look old.
23, man. And what you've accomplished so far. And
I know.
I just think about I thought I was motivated at 23, but I was trash. That's when I moved out here. I thought I was going to take over the world, but good on you for directing your own movies, and
Oh my God, that was
Having
just
a-
so calm.
having
I'll throw 5 up in the air for you.
I got 5.
By the way, when I was actually, let's everybody say what we were doing at 23. When I was 23, I was working 5 part-time jobs. One of which was a traveling jester at the Water Tower Place Mall in Chicago. For Christmas time, I was Lolly the elf, and my partner was Pop. Lolly and Pop.
Wow.
It was
I get it.
truly the most humbling, and
Okay.
I was. So that's what I was doing at 23.
You gotta explain, and I've always heard this. People working 5. How the fuck is it?
Lucas Shashek donated $50.
Damn it, Lucas!
Happy birthday, RB3.
Hey, Lucas.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Love
Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. I really
That is
appreciate
so
it.
awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas.
Lucas is one of those people that just keeps
Lucas
things
is good
running.
people.
Yeah.
Woo.
But
Joe X Rosario donated $20. Sorry, Brett, but y'all missed an all-time crushing moment yesterday. He can't see without his glasses. Put his glasses on. Fist pump moment is obscure. Shonuff saying who's the master? And Bruce Leroy catching his punch and saying I am. HBD RB3.
Thank you.
Nice.
I understood the HBD RB3 part.
I had a hard time deciphering the rest.
Yeah.
Show enough.
Who's the master? Oh, I
Okay,
love that.
before it comes in, how does 5 part-time jobs make more sense than having 2 that equals 40 hours?
I just couldn't get them. I basically
Okay.
I was nannying every morning out in the northern suburbs, and then I was teaching theater classes a couple afternoons a week, and then the other afternoons I wasn't teaching the theater classes. I was a receptionist at a job out there, an afternoon receptionist, and then I was in a play. So that would be like a night rehearsal, and then I was on the weekends. I was the traveling jester.
Dang.
It was the worst. It was the worst period of my life. There's no question.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, except for I was.
Play me a song, you're a traveling jester.
Dance for me.
I was it was like a harlequin. Anyway,
It
was right up. Katrina had just happened.
Did you say Harley
August.
Quinn? What did you say?
It was like
Katrina had just happened.
Harlequin.
People really needed that traveling jester.
No. It wasn't a jester. It was like a harlequin. You know, like how in New Orleans like there's harlequins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was like it was like a
Sure.
New Orleans themed Christmas in Chicago at the Water Tower. Anyway, I was a
That's
harlequin. It wasn't a jester. Anyway.
Got it.
But, I mean, that's a lot of ambition. That's a lot of hard work, Kate. Like you made it.
It was a lot of hard work, but it was not a lot. I mean, it was it was all those bitty jobs. It was like, oh, I love theater. Of course, I want to teach.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Can you juggle and stuff like that, or like was it any?
No, I was like hopping around. And, like I would take pictures with the people that were shopping, and it was a strange job because some people wanted to be confrontational because I'd be like, happy holidays, and like somebody would be like, Merry Christmas, and I was like, yeah,
Wow.
and I was like, you can say Merry Christmas, I'm not like, but I'm not going to, like, I'm saying Happy Holidays. I work for the mall.
Yeah.
All types are here, like everybody can say Merry Christmas if they want, but you don't have to, you know?
Yeah. Whoa, don't get into the war on Christmas, Kate. You can talk about.
I see Christian right now listening. What the crap?
They're getting political.
Okay. But I do have to tell you guys, so this morning it was so sweet. So I was explaining to Neil, we were looking at my medals from my races because he wanted to give his stuffed animals medals after playing Candyland. I was like, okay. So I gave him
Typical Wednesday.
The typical classic Wednesday in this house. So I had my gay pride run medal. I won first place in the gay pride run in West Hollywood years ago.
Nice.
Yeah. First female. So I had that medal, and he was like, what's this one? And I was like, oh, this is from the Pride Run. And I explained to him Pride, and I explained to him that June is Gay Pride Month. And I said to him, can you think of anybody that we know? Gay is when a man and a man love each other, or a woman and a woman love each other. I'm like, not the way that we love, you can love your friends, but if you wanted to get married, that kind of love. And he was like, oh yeah, Uncle Jimmy. And I was like, yes, Uncle Jimmy. He's like, Aunt Danielle. I'm like, yep, Aunt Danielle. And they named a couple of my kids, his friends' parents, and I was like, yes, these are all yes. And then he goes, and my duckies. And I was like, that's great. I didn't know they were gay. He's like, yep, they're gay.
It's amazing.
It was so sweet. I was like, oh, I'm a proud. Now we've got pride in our family too.
It's good. You gotta instill it early. It's good they got it early.
RB3, did the Schmobot turn off?
No, it still should be on if people want to keep.
I just see Jenny just donated $20 and it didn't go through. I saw it on the screen.
Let me see here.
All right, you work on that. I'll read some Streamlabs.
Yeah, do it.
D Train, happy birthday, RB3. Best performance in his franchise are Sean Astin, Lord of the Rings, Hugh Jackman for Marvel, Heath Ledger for DC, Chris Hemsworth for MCU, Henry Cavill for DCEU, Mark Hamill for Star Wars, and Andy Serkis for Planet of the Apes.
That's a lot of names.
Wait a second, D-Train. You got to pick one, D-Train.
Be fair,
and then
he picked one
Christmas
from each franchise.
Will Ferrell in Christmas movies.
Hero 67. Question. So
Jenny
I started
donated $20.
there it is.
Happy birthday, RB3. And thank you for all you do, Send Live crew.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the donation. Thank you.
Question. So I started dating a girl that likes horror. I personally don't like horror films, but I do want to try watching it, but I don't want to force myself. I don't know what to do. Any advice? Happy birthday, RB3.
Well,
Bye.
I mean,
No.
Perry Nemiroff is an interesting person to date, that's for sure. So if you're dating, that's what you do. He's a mad lover of horror. No, I don't know. I don't know what you do with some. If you're not a horror person, maybe tell them that and then have them guide you into some of the more relaxed, softer horrors. So at least you find some kind of common ground with them, I imagine.
I think there's other things to be concerned about in a relationship. and what kind of movies you like. So that one you could probably just let slide. My wife doesn't like horror films, I think maybe if she's a racist, yeah, maybe she's not a good choice or something. But I think there's a level of when you make your lists of goods and bads, and not liking the same kind of movies as you isn't on that list, I don't think.
Brett is sassy today.
Let's tell the truth. Let's look. Yeah, Kate, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I think there's every time Brett says something funny, I'm gonna just counter it with something serious so that he has to sit in his silliness. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was gonna say I think that it's nice when you have different interests, because then you can like build an alone time. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like cool, like horror movies is not your thing and it's hers. Like that's one thing you guys don't have to share. Mm-hmm. So like if you're not living with each other, like that's great. Like Wednesday night, you're going to watch 30 Rock and she's going to watch, you know what I mean? Like you guys don't hang out that night or whatever.
Yeah. And
go ahead, RB3.
And I was going to say, I would just implore somebody, like if you're in a relationship with somebody who likes horror movies, try to maybe find something you might like in horror. You know what I mean? Mm. Like there's all different types of horror. Like there's, psychological horror, there's supernatural horror, there's all these different subgenres. Slasher. I mean, even people who don't like horror movies are going to end up eventually liking, things like Rosemary's Baby or, these like all times classics that people are just going to love. So maybe I could find some common ground there and just, take that and maximize that.
Or the silly ones like Scream and stuff like that.
Yeah,
are just
exactly.
More,
Like there's definitely cause I'm not a big horror fan either, but there's definitely movies that like The Thing or The Descent, like there are really good films that kind of, people like hate that term elevated horror, but there are good movies that don't rely. Maybe you hate jump scares or maybe you hate blood or something. So you can navigate through horror. Because it is a genre, but there's so many subgenres of horror that you can go into, and
I find that to be ridiculous when people get upset about elevated horror. That's them trying to say, look, this slasher horror genre deserves the respect. It's like, come on, most of those things from the 80s, they're scantily clad bikinis or they're naked and they're getting cut up by some dude. So no offense, but elevated horror absolutely exists, just like elevated action movies, elevated superhero movies. Elevated exists in every genre. So for horror fans to get all upset about it, I think is completely ridiculous.
I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Hereditary is not Jason Takes Manhattan, for God's sakes. There's a difference.
Jason X, sir.
Actually, Jason X did actually explore. It was about the materialism of New York City at the time.
I will tell you though, nobody asked, but my favorite elevated horror.
So moving on.
My favorite elevated horror movie is Pretty Woman.
Oh, that's good.
That is.
By the way, have y'all been seeing this movie that's been trending on Netflix? It's number 1, 365.
No.
What is that?
I watched because one of my friends did a review on it, and so it's like, oh, this seems interesting. I watched it, and there's like this crazy rough oral sex scene, and I was just like,
I'm good.
One shout out to the editor for like not showing. It's like right on the edge of like showing what is going on, and so like they got the angles down. But other than that, like after that, she like gets kidnapped for a year, and like he's trying to make her fall in love with her, and it's the weirdest movie.
It's basically 50 Shades of Grey, but like foreign. It's like kind of foreign, but they're speaking English. But I'm telling you, this thing has at least like it's crazy, like how explicit it is. Like this is literally
explicit?
Literally it's only number 1 for the sole reason of how much exploited stuff is in there. So
That's so weird because porn is right there. Like you're on Netflix watching a movie.
Just pick a different device.
Just go watch porn.
And to be fair, that's elevated porn, and it should be something.
It did look good. The cinematography was great. They have like a scene on a yacht where they get like all these aerial shots and all of this.
Wow.
Yeah. Big budget stuff there. So
Pornhub.com/yachts. Got it.
Done.
God's eye views and shit.
For the record, though, did you guys ever see Blue as the Warmest Color?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That movie was beautiful, and that was
was.
that was some serious sex stuff in that movie.
It's on my watch list for Netflix. That 3-hour runtime is a little intimidating.
But it's all finger banging.
You can fast forward. You can fast forward to certain parts, Ben.
Yeah.
Leah Seydoux is fantastic in that movie.
It's the best acting.
In James
those women.
Bond.
Yeah.
that should be a
Kate,
topic.
God damn it! How do we get off topic? What the hell were we talking about? Kate got us.
I said elevated whore. I just made it.
Yeah, I mean, because I think Gone Girl is a horror film. I think Fatal Attraction is a horror film. I mean, just because it's
single white female.
Yeah, any stalking film is a horror film, to be honest with you, because it's scary as hell.
Passengers is a fucking horror film.
Donated $20. From my previous Schmobot, first part was the line from My Girl when Thomas J died and Veda wanted them to put his glasses on at his wake. Second was The Last Dragon.
I recognize My Girl for sure. I didn't know what.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that one yesterday, but
My
that
Girl.
one.
God.
Yeah, My Girl. That's
No,
right.
I don't. Listen, it's like what Brett said about movies with dogs dying. Don't touch it. I don't touch it. I can't touch any movies with kids dying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you were gonna go specifically Macaulay Culkin.
Any movie where Macaulay Culkin gets left home by himself or dies.
Kevin Lannister has passed away. A horrible house accident. Brett, I think it's time to read your second read. Do you have a second one to roll in through?
I don't.
No?
I don't believe
All
so.
right.
No.
No,
Let's
just
keep
one
going.
today, baby.
Let's keep going then, Ben, please.
Manscaped.
Jedi 56, happy birthday, RB3. Have two questions, and one is for John Rocha, and the other's for the crew.
No.
I started dating a Latina, and this is my first. Any advice?
Yes, good luck. Here's what I would say. She's always right. Don't ever contradict her. Second thing is this. Be patient. Be supportive. And yes, there will be occasional mood swings that are strong. Just ride them out. If you've got to be the chill person in the relationship, not the Latinas. Latinas are strong-willed women because they've had to fight in a masculine culture and then throw in the masculine world as well. So they have two fronts that they're fighting on. So they are strong as hell to come out of that thing. So you should count yourself lucky that you're dating her and be just chill and patient with her as it goes along. Trust me. And the rewards are worth it. The rewards are worth it.
LOL, I don't want to mess up, and have you guys ever studied different languages? Love you guys.
Yeah.
I have an old that's a stand-up bit where I said in high school I had the choice between Spanish and German, and I grew up in Nebraska, and I'm like, well, German? When the hell am I gonna use Spanish? That's
nailed it.
I took Spanish like 6 times at USC, so. Wow. I like a 50% batting average for the classes I passed, but there we go. I got it done.
Can you have a conversation with Ace and Sabrina or no?
Nah, not really. Nah, I mean, como se llama? You know what I mean? That's that's about where I can
pickup
go.
line in the bar. I respect it.
Yeah, no me gusta. But actually,
Y tu mama también.
There we go. That's a great movie.
That's another sexy movie. Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say that should be a topic one day too. But
sexy movies.
Yeah, you know the Schmobots gonna go crazy. But
maybe we should do that one.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But I do want to say though, I also when I was in middle school, I studied Turkish as well. So I got Turkish a little bit. Merhaba Kanas. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I actually went to Turkey, so that was why.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. And the first thing they teach you in Turkey is the genocide didn't happen, right? That's the first phrase you learn.
Wow. Kate.
I'm just saying, all of my neighbors are Armenian, and we do not like that the Turkish won't just say that the genocide happened. I'm just saying.
I don't want to get political, Kate. I mean, your show is really just meant to, you being a caveman, not political.
By the way, I was actually thinking when we mentioned Single White Female was the scary movie, I'm like, that's the scariest movie every day in RB3's life. There's a single white female over there.
Yeah, it's a single white female.
Yeah, let me get running.
I've seen that one.
Other direction.
Oh, good to know, Ben. Good to know. Ask questions.
I will say, if you're going to have your children study a language no matter what it is, because that part of your brain, we did it all wrong back in the day.
Yeah.
It's starting in high school. You know, when I took German, I just wanted to know all the bad words, and that's all I cared about. Right. So I learned every filthy German word or sexual phrase, and then I was good. But, like, you know, getting with our kids, we decided, whatever language it is, because there's a part of your brain that just shuts down to that. Because so now they're both doing German, Spanish. You know, they can pick up on other ones. We almost did Mandarin Chinese, but I didn't want to drive to the school because it was too far away up Venice. I mean, that's how you should choose your schools. But I was like, nope, traffic's too bad.
Mandarin, is it Mandarin like I think it's the hardest language to learn, and then English is number 2.
Yeah, Mandarin.
English doesn't make any sense.
Tagalog is hard. Tagalog is an impossible language to learn for people.
I know a little. I believe it's Tagalog.
Oh, sorry, Tagalog. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. But I was gonna say.
Sorry.
My parents lived in the Philippines for 3 years, so I picked up some things.
Yeah.
In Tagalog, but I just the Filipino people are amazing because they'll just speak to you in English instead. They're like, it's okay.
Well, look at Kobe spoke 8 languages for God's sakes.
Know.
You know, that's the European. Look, I know America gets all upset about this, but like European is the way. I mean, if you can speak 8 languages, you're automatically an asset to whatever company you're going to work for. Yeah. You know, you are as unfireable as it gets if you can speak 8 languages, because you can expand the company's brand into other countries.
Yeah,
so it just makes sense.
What Brett was saying too, the age thing. Apparently, if you learn a language before you're like, you will speak without an accent if you learn the language before 7.
Yeah.
So people who are bilingual, either from birth on, can speak both languages usually, or however many with no accent.
Yeah, you need to get Rosetta Stone in the crib, basically.
Yeah.
Or your parents to teach you Spanish or French, you SOB. You son of a bitch.
I used to know French until my grandmother passed away. Then my dad stopped speaking it, and then I did. Pac-Man Dwain and Tim Sim with the Schmobots.
Nice, thank you.
Eddie 314, happy Jordan LeBron year RB3. Live it up, my man, and we'll be able to celebrate your Mamba year next year as well.
Great.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Mamba year.
Canada rocks. Charlie Brown ball made me laugh. Here's $5.
It was really funny, Brett.
23. Since Christian isn't comfortable doing the speed round online, how would you feel about a scene edit game? You get a minute. You get a minute-long scene. You get 5 events in that scene, all jumbled up, and you need to place them in order. 1 point for each correct placement.
Is this for like championship matches?
I guess so.
Nope. Yeah, I'd say so.
Nope.
I think what I mean, I don't know. This is not me talking with any inside knowledge or anything, but I do think what would be cool is, you know, how they used to do it in the old days with the game on the Schmoes No Show, where you like play an audio clip and you have to listen to it and recognize what the movie is that you're playing an audio clip from. Maybe that could be a solution instead of speed round.
But, you know, any change you make to the game now virtually is the asterisk on the win. Like, people will be like, well, you changed the game around.
Exactly.
So, you know, if I had lost it. Sure. And so, you know, I know competitors, I'll feel that way if you change one round. I mean, especially playing Ethan, where it's going to take, you know.
Yeah, even if you have like a speed round where, you know, like in the private chat, like you'll have something typed out, and then the first person press enter, and whoever, like, oh, John or Ethan, who came up first in the private chat, like, oh, well, who has better internet, basically.
Yeah.
And
clearly, I do not today. So
but couldn't you also do like 30? Couldn't you do 30 seconds and a person gets asked, and it's however many you get correct in that 30-second period of time?
Ooh.
So everybody, it's a speed round that way, where it's like, okay, your 30 seconds begins now. Name like ding ding ding, and then it's like, Rocha got 7, Kate got
I like that.
0.
I always I like the idea, even like the speed round of just, and I get why, because you don't want the speed round to be like the end all be all of the game. But yeah, just 30 seconds on the clock. How many questions can we get out? How many points can you get? But then again, it comes back to, I'm down by 7 points going into the speed round. Now I'm back in the game.
Yeah.
Right, and it would have to be the same questions for each person. So you would have to find a way to the other person.
I thought we did speed round for the exhibition match, the champion versus champion match and champion match. It seemed like it worked. Is it the people feel like it isn't working on other things, or is it just
do speed round?
I thought we did a speed round. Did we not do? No,
it was just 3.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
Yeah, it would have to be the buzzer. Yeah.
You know what? I just know
Anyway.
that Kevin Smets had the game, bias for him to win. Anyway, let's move on.
But no, I do like that, Kate. I think they could be different questions.
Well, the only thing is like if you have the thing that would then be unfair is if like one question's longer, then it took up more time. So it would have to probably be the same questions read by the same person.
Gotcha.
But
Well, we used to do in the old days, when the first, second season, third season, like where one host would read one set of questions to one competitor and another host would read another set of questions to the other competitor in the first round. So you could do it that way, where it's separate questions that are being asked of both competitors. I don't know. That's an issue. But then, of course, then you go like, well, their questions were harder, and it'll be all that again. So,
Right.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, what do we got next?
Okay.
Happy
Paul
birthday,
Denuzio.
RB3. Let's just throw some.
Happiest of birthdays to the goddamn angel that is RB3. Love seeing the crew together. Kate, you're the heart of the show. Brett, you did amazing holding the fort. Down. Ben and John, you're all right, I guess.
it's gotta not feel good.
Zandaf
That's
the Yellow,
not true.
can everyone please stop looking at the Mandalorian rocking on Kate's chest today? Yeesh.
That was from yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Media Sweaties with the Schmobot. Dakota87 with the Schmobot. Tavishka Productions. So good to see you all live and to see my favorite people on screen. Oh, Rocha is back. Most of my favorite people on screen.
I don't get it. I don't get Tavishka. He comes on all my stuff. He comes and watches all my stuff. So I don't know. I
He's
guess the
pulling
ball
your
busted.
pigtails.
Yeah, he is.
He's your Scott Gerard.
He's just By the way, Scott Gerard sent me a picture of himself, Brett.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's really young.
He's not Freddie Mercury?
No.
That's his avatar.
Avatar. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and moving on. Next,
Yes,
two lows.
no. Let's Kate, go get the picture of Scott Gerard.
Oh, he says he's shy. So I'm not
Dr.
gonna
Ed
share it.
2. Biggest fist pump moment for me is the ending of the Truman Show when Truman bows out of the continuing
nice.
to
Oh, yeah,
beyond.
that's a great.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah.
Super underrated moment in what I consider Jim Carrey's best film.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
That's
a
what
great
I
film.
want to. That's what I want to hear for either fist pump moments or best performances in a franchise. Something that really connected with you guys. Like what moment
One.
what one moment from one performance connected with you? If
And
you
we
got a
have
list,
been-
you got a list.
Yeah, and we have been doing that. Like and a lot of people have been
George
doing it. It's like,
donated
explain it to
$20.
us.
Happy
Here we
birthday,
go.
RB3. You demand. Fist pump moment is when Mel Gibson's character kills Jason Isaacs' character in The Patriot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my son were better men. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like when Bruce Willis kills Alexander Goodenough in Die Hard.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great
Right?
one. Yeah, that's classic.
Because when he's like,
Oh, and the watch, and then the watch. So yeah, that's
right?
good.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Reginald Vell Johnson who kills him. Sorry, Reginald Vell Johnson.
I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
I apologize. Yeah.
Wait.
I was thinking about the
challenge.
fight.
Challenge.
I liked when that bee killed Macaulay Culkin and My Girl.
Oh, Jesus.
Man.
Too soon.
God,
Yes.
Kate.
Too soon.
Sometimes I tell jokes after we talk about a thing.
Suck it, Kevin. Suck it.
All
Kevin.
right. If you want to send in schmobots to tell Kate to go to hell, you can do it.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah.
Lucas J. Shashek and Joe X. Rosario with the Schmobots. Cody Allen, first of all, happy birthday to the great Robert Butler. And of
Yes.
course, the final battle of Endgame is my fist pump moment.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Left.
I do gotta say, for me, I just watched one last night. With my,
Pac-Man Wayne donated $20. Okay, I
we'll
got
never
a
know.
weird question for y'all. What was the highest or drunkest you've been? Was it at a party? And give some details if you can remember it.
Oh.
It was last night.
Last night.
No.
About last
true.
night.
I actually know mine. I know mine off the bat. I'm not
Okay.
proud of it.
go
I
for
was I was in New York visiting my friend who just finished a Broadway run of a play with
She's
Al
always got a name
Pacino.
drop. Right? She's always got a
Yeah, with Al Pacino. It was Merchant of Venice.
This is
Hold
Michelle.
on, Kate. Gotta
Yeah.
pick up that name you
Yeah,
dropped.
pick up that name. Yeah, pick it up. Pick it up. Shoot it up.
I'm the Merchant of Venice.
By the way, The only reason I'm saying this is because I told the story of the one time I got to talk with Al Pacino.
Venice.
The same
She's
night.
got a great canal.
Hey,
This is what I said to Al Pacino. I was like, so are your kids excited about Christmas? And he was like, yeah, they're kids.
if you prick us, do we not bleed?
So anyway, it was like the after party for that, where I was like by myself. Anyway, I got so drunk, we ended up in a bowling alley, or the party was at a bowling alley, and then like later on, I was sitting in a street in the middle of New York, like in a pile of glass, like throwing the glass at people. And then they had to get me up and out, and then I did an assortment of other drugs.
You were throwing glass at people?
Yeah.
That's white privilege. That's white privilege.
Right.
There's no question that is what. There's no question about
Young
that.
lady, you're throwing glass.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Look,
By the way,
she's got some great glass.
Great glass.
By the way, I have this very long internet cord because
Yeah.
of and like it's almost like a fishing line. Every time I feel a little tug, I know one of the kids is like,
You need a bigger
"Mama?"
boat.
Yeah, exactly.
I think mine was in it was spring break, when I was 19 years old with my, at the time I was at a fraternity, and I was down, South Hilton Head, Nags Head, one of those places Myrtle Beach. It was in Myrtle Beach. I got in, I was still exploring, because I didn't drink till I got to college. Like I'd never drank in high school or anything like that. I never got high. I was one of those nerdy kids. Anyway, I started drinking, joined this fraternity, and sevens when they line up 7 shots of various amount. Yeah. So I did like 2 rounds of that shit. I ended up somewhere in some club with the rest of the fraternity brothers, and I stumble back, and I'm so fucking drunk that I pass out by a telephone pole, and my fraternity brothers bury me in the sand. Then I wake up at like 4 a.m, completely covered, or 5, I think it was 4 or 5, just when the sun's like completely covered in sand. And then I stumble out of it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I go to my bedroom and I pass out. When I wake up, they have stacked every piece of furniture from the other house into the doorway and into the bed. So when I wake up, I'm freaking out for like just 2 minutes about where the hell I am. So it was a great gag. But
I'll tell you what,
but I never got that drunk again.
Yeah. That's Latino privilege right there. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Give me more shots.
No, I was gonna say if I fell asleep in the sand, I'd wake up dead. And I would just be sunburned.
That's 100% fair.
I'd wake up sunburned to shit. I get a moon burn. You know what I mean?
Anyway, yeah, craziness, man.
I think the one time, and this was the last time I ever smoked. Like I'd smoked twice in college just because my friend sold it. And like I never had before, and so we're gonna go watch Jackass 3 in theaters, and like my friend brought over an edible. I'd never done an edible before, and I took like half of it, and my friend took the other half, and good God, I was like, okay. And then we smoked after he took the edible because I wasn't feeling anything.
Oh, dude.
Mistake.
Holy shit.
And then we went to the theater, and I remember opening the door, and it was like a slow moment. I was like, here's the door. And man, the first 20 minutes of Jackass 3D were some of the funniest I've ever seen. And then the last hour was just me sitting just red bloodshot eyes and cotton mouth like
but in Hannibal.
Yeah.
I was Gary Oldman from Hannibal for the last Okay, hey guys, also please, we haven't gotten any Schmobots, or honestly I'm looking at Streamlabs and I'm catching up to them. We got to get more Streamlabs about either fist pump moments or inspiring performances from franchises.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
getting
drunkest you've ever been.
Or give us your
or drunkest
stories.
you've ever been. I want to hear some good stories now.
Yeah.
Like
if it's a Schmobot, please feel free.
We opened the Ark of the Covenant, so
the birthday love for our sweet angel has been limited. I must say.
Well, I mean, if it's limited, please donate here. But also, please come to the First Cut live stream tonight. Make sure you can bring your pennies there because that money will be going directly
bring
into
your
my
shekels
pocket.
to the first cut live stream. Heading over to Super Chat real quick, y'all. Cliff Elor, happy RB3, happy Born Day King. And Kate, I crush you so hard. No disrespect.
Aww.
I know you're married. Lucky guy.
Wow.
I don't take that as disrespect. That's very.
That's
Kate,
a very
Kate is
respectful
very
way to say
sensitive,
it.
and she
Yeah.
takes everything very offensively.
Scratch your armpit.
Yeah.
Hey, spectator, you're so hot, Kate. Kate is getting all the love too.
Yeah.
Am I hot? I didn't know I was hot.
I took a shower today.
I think it's my braids hair. I gotta be honest. I had my hair in braids yesterday, and then I slept in them, and then I took them out.
Nice.
So there's a wave.
Me too.
Yeah.
But if it makes anybody feel better, I woke up. If anybody is feeling intimidated by my wavy hair, let me just tell you something. I woke up so hungover today in my family room, and I ate a Cheeto off the ground.
Yeah,
so
so
that's who
there you
you're
go.
dealing with here.
Classic.
Yeah, classic lady.
Handsy that she just like wormed over to it. Daniel Almendrales, happy birthday, RB3. This is one of the best birthday shows on SEN since mine was on Monday. Great seeing you all, especially Kate. Miss you guys.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Nice.
Simon Lamo Seguin, happy birthday, RB3. Much love to y'all from Montreal. Looks like RB3 is getting a love in Super Chat.
Nice.
Tyler, Sigourney Weaver in Alien and Aliens is great. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
True,
good.
True.
Gail Simone just posted a thread about that this morning on Twitter, where she was saying how she had just recently. And Gail Simone's a comic book writer, and creative, and she was talking about how she went back and rewatched Alien for the first time in a while, and she talked about how her journey, Ripley's journey in that movie, is essentially every woman's journey through a male-dominated situation. And she was saying all the dudes, even the alien dude is like, or the android dude is like big-timing her and strong-arming her in the like throughout. And I was like, yeah, we made a point of that in the Cinephiles. Like, if they had just listened to her, none of this shit would have happened. You wouldn't have a movie either, but none of this shit would have happened if they had just because she's the one saying, no, we can't let people onto the ship who've got an alien attached to their face. I don't care how long you've known this fool. We can't put him on the ship. And then, of course, Dallas is like, this is my friend. You better open the gate. And everybody gets involved. But, yeah, it's to go back and look at
she's
some of
also
these
like, okay, now that it's off his face, we can't let him out of quarantine. And
Right.
like, nah, he's good.
He's good.
It's like-
Give him some spaghetti. Give him some spaghetti.
It's a cautionary tale about 2020.
Yeah.
No, really.
A little bit.
Literally.
A little
Yeah.
bit. A little
We
bit.
basically all have aliens on our face right now.
And I'm looking real rough. I gotta clean this up. Like, big time.
You
Xenomorph 2020.
Yeah.
You can use the lawnmower on it if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it's brand new.
Obsidian glass any day.
Prince that wasn't promised. Fist pump moment. The shootout with Il Duce and Boondock Saints was amazing, and happy birthday, RB3.
Nice.
Thank you.
Wiley Henry, Rocha. This is what happens when you won't give up dial-up.
True. Me and you have to pry my Earthlink from my cold dead hands.
Roga's girlfriend just tried to get on the phone. That's why he keeps dropping out. She keeps trying to make a phone call.
Stop it! Stop it! Hang up the phone.
All right, heading back over to Streamlabs, y'all. Cody Allen
Pac-Man
and
Wayne
Jenny.
donated
Oh, there we go.
$20. The highest I
Pac-Man
ever been
Dwain.
was when I went to one my friend's girlfriend graduated party. I'm not lying to. It was 7 people with at least 14 teenagers. I don't remember how I got to this girl house that I was messing with, but she say I was animal in the bedlam now.
Oh God.
That's good. I like that. You.
Right, Pac-Man
Good.
Dwain.
$20.
What's
Mitch
up?
McConnell looks like Gary Oldman from Hannibal, and is just as much as a pig.
Hey.
Now we know why Pac-Man Dwayne wanted us to share our stories, just so he could share that story. Oh, so when's the worst you guys got messed up? Oh,
Yeah.
because I got messed up so good, a girl called me an animal in bed.
Try to outdo me, fools.
By the way, you never heard Brett and RB3's stories yet.
Yeah, I want to hear Brett and RB3's story.
I told mine. It's when I had a long conversation and did my stand-up bit for James Worthy and didn't remember it. And the next day, the bartender that was at the bar I worked at, and he said, "Man, how's your buddy James doing?" And we had names for different people at the bar, and it was like, "You mean Miller Lite James or Jameson James?" He's like, "No, James Worthy." I'm like, "James Worthy? Hall of Fame Laker?" And it not ringing a bell. I'm like, "No." He goes, you do not remember making this man laugh for an hour." I'm like,
That's amazing.
I need some help.
Oh man. I mean, I'm in my family home right now, so I
respect RB.
Yeah.
I would love it if James Worthy came by and gave you a high five, and you're like, "Wow, James Worthy just gave me a high five. I've never seen him before in my life."
Like if he came and gave you like an autograph or something, you're like, who the fuck are you?
Or is it like, "Thanks for last night"? You're like, "Oh no! Oh no!"
Oh no, if it's Dwight Howard, it'd be a different situation.
La
So
Jolla.
good.
Where did I put those fishnets? Yeah, go
Hey,
ahead.
RB3.
Yeah.
Hey, RB3.
No. That's all in the headphones.
Look at mom. That's a mom right there.
I was like, "Oh no!"
I don't want you hanging around with that cake no more. No more.
Those white blonde ladies be throwing glass.
Told you white women are dangerous.
And not getting arrested for it.
Yeah. Gnarly Charlie, I missed my cry moments yesterday, but had to mention the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Cat Stevens' father and son.
Yeah.
I think Ben also mentioned it. My own father recently passed when I saw that. About Time and Coco, all three had me bawling like a baby.
Yeah, totally.
Oh man, I can't imagine. Sugar Gum, happy birthday, RB3. Do you lean towards one genre of film that you'd like to direct, and what film made you want to direct? Kate looks gorgeous. Oh my God! Congrats to your husband.
Wow. Nice. Thank you.
RB3,
It's my birthday, I guess.
what RB3? What made you want to direct movies, and what genre of movies would you want to direct?
Well, I think I told this before. James Cameron's Avatar is the one that I watched in theaters and when it came out, and really inspired me to.
Wayne donated $20. Not going lie, my life is 2005 Kate life. I have plenty of story, but I can't give you all my whole check. Love you all. Have great day and birthday.
Thank you so much for all the
Pac-Man
love
fans.
today.
Thank you.
Did you hear that, Kate?
Thank you.
His life
Pac-Man
is
friend.
2005 Kate.
2005. It was I've redone the numbers. It was 2008.
It was 2005
No,
to 2008.
It was 2007. It was 2000. That's actually more accurate, actually.
Nah, that's what's up. But yeah, the Blue People Avatar movie. The Blue People Avatar.
Smurfs on steroids. Yeah, the Smurfs on steroids.
Oh yeah, stop laughing. The Blue People Avatar movie is the one that inspired me to do movies. And I mean, I probably want to do some like sci-fi or something like that. You know?
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, that'd be what's
My
up.
favorite thing ever is RB3 reacting to, yeah, Kate's slutty year. Yeah, that's what's up.
I
That was
don't
the
want to.
same reaction to the squirting the milk in the eye for pink eye thing.
There it is.
Sure beats real medicine.
I celebrate that. Celebrate that behavior.
Also, you were there for a ball? Weren't you?
Yes, yeah.
Another
Classic.
one. Ben gave me a thumbs up, and you were like,
I remember that.
But where are we at on likes? So we had like 720 people watching.
No, we got 720 guys. We don't even have 300 likes. We can't do the like auction, but please like the video, guys. It helps us so much with the algorithm. Let's get up to, we got to 500 likes yesterday with 800 watching. Let's get to 500 today with 700 watching as well.
Yes.
So we got about 30 minutes left. and 200 likes to get. I think we can do it. We got 720 people watching. Let's get on it.
Perhaps I wasn't clear yesterday, but if you like this Monday crew, it's up to you to support this coming back. Christian's got it validated financially and validated as well, likes-wise and everything with that YouTube algorithm. So if you like this Monday crew coming on more consistently, give us some support here, Streamlabs, Super Chats, and Schmobots, but also hitting that like button or the thumbs up button, because that makes it more obvious to the people at Skybound that they got to bring us back to do it at least once a week. And we all want to come back to do the show again at least once a week for sure.
Absolutely. You can also show us how much you hate us with Super Chats and Schmobots, because we just we want to keep doing this, and please just tell us how horrible we are.
Yes.
With 20s and 50s and 100s. The more money you tell us how much you hate us with, the better it will help us out.
The more it's going to really hurt us.
Yes. That's a very good point.
Ramon Fritz, pop quiz question. In what year was the 1977 theatrical version of Star Wars selected for preservation by the National Film Registry of the U.S. Library of Congress?
Good question. Good question.
I'm gonna guess
that's a 9-pointer.
I'm gonna guess 1997. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 1993.
I'll say 99.
Okay. I'll say 85.
All of Endgame is a fist bump moment. Dude, I'm crying too. Awesome. Answer. 1989.
Michael Dingus donated $20. My senior prom, me and my girlfriend left early to set up after party. Got there, I rolled a blunt. Before done smoking, someone else came and asked me to roll another with their stuff. Repeat for 4 hours before I said enough, I have to go to rest of the party.
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours of weed smoking?
That's a lot of L's.
Yeah, you are.
Did I use it right?
Those L's are going to lead to some Z's.
Yes.
You put about 6 in the air.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done wax? I did wax that shit. It's like 12 marijuana cigarettes at once. Like, it is.
You just said a cigarette.
That's right, kids.
Yeah.
I cut the paper for my cigarettes with my obsidian glass, kids.
Yes. My grandfather called them left-handed cigarettes. Yep.
My Philly blunts. No, that was that stuff, dude. Wax. I had to stop taking it because I was getting like heart murmurs while I was working out doing CrossFit, and I went to the doctor and I was like, "What is happening?" And we went through all these tests, and they're like, "Yeah, it seems like the day after you take this shit, you're having these heart stoppages. So let's stop doing that."
I had a friend who hallucinated on it.
Yeah, it is so powerful.
Donated $20. Hi, YouTube heroes. Original first pump, 77 Luke blowing up the Death Star, ending the fight.
Oh,
latest fist pump moment. Selma Ava DuVernay showed a great struggle overcoming some hatred, obstacles, death, broken bones, threats endured. Too many.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, Selma's great.
Okay. You kids enjoy your technology.
Yeah.
My cigarettes won't turn on me and achieve AI. That's all I'm just letting you know right now.
I've been having weird heart problems. Could it be all the cocaine you're taking?
I have a feeling it's speeding really, really fast.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I always love, like, in movies that are set in any time of like the 70s or before, every doctor is smoking. Like, that's just like the go joke that every doctor is smoking in the exam room.
Lift up your knee.
Now, I was watching Mad Men, and oh my gosh, they toke through cigarettes in that show. Like, there's at least 4 cigarettes per scene. Like, it's crazy.
I loved Match Game back in the day because they all had drinks and cigarettes going. They had like cocktails, cigarettes, everyone. It must have just been delightful game show to be on.
D Train with the next 2. Here's the difference between theaters and restaurants/bars. A restaurant bar has the same amount of people week to week. When a major movie like Tenet opens, most people will have seen it opening weekend, and attendance always goes down week to week.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if people are still apprehensive about going to movie theaters, just wait and go in in the movie's 4th week on an early afternoon show on like a Tuesday afternoon when there will be little to no people there. Most people will be at work by then.
Oh.
That's sound advice. Like if you want to minimize, if it's about minimizing the risk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If it's about like you're going to take the risk, but you want to minimize it, that's absolutely, I'm sure, the best.
Yeah. And then Jokes Rosario with the Schmobot. Michael Rhett Dingus, happy birthday, RB3. Carrie Fisher as Leia. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones and Star Wars. Luke Trench Run, a classic fist pump. My favorite fist pump is Ahsoka saying, "I'm no Jedi, but it's on a show." Another good one, Arya Stark killing the Night King.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What I was going to mention real quick was one that I saw with my mom's last night, Knives Out. Has a really great fist bump moment at the end. It's just so simple when she's picking up the coffee cup and sipping it. Like, to me, that's just
the coffee cup moment's so great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments last year.
Did your mom like it?
She did, and you know what? And she thought, just because of the title and like the trailer, she thought it was gonna be like a horror movie, and she was like, "Oh, I don't really want to watch it." I was like, "I'm telling you, you're gonna like it." And then she actually ended up liking it, so that's dope.
Great. Wow. I actually don't know. Do you have siblings, RB3?
I am an only child on my mom's side, and I lived with my mom for my whole life. But then I also have 4 siblings. Oh, really 5 siblings on my dad's side. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Right on.
So are you gonna hear from them all today? All your brothers and sisters?
Well, one of my sisters tagged me on an Instagram post. But I don't really talk to really any of those ones. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Sorry, I brought it up.
No, it's all good. No, it's not like hard feelings on that. Like that.
All right. Now, why did your parents get divorced? What was? No, I mean, I want to keep things light, like Kate here. Was it your fault? It usually is the kid's fault.
Was it too many marijuana cigarettes?
Yeah. lift your leg up, RB3.
Yeah.
Send
in your super chats of why your parents got divorced. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yikes. So, best performance, Ian McClellan, Lord of the Rings. I think it's a really good performance in a franchise.
Best performance.
Heading back over
questions.
Asking questions. Sure.
I do. I like to find out about people.
You do. The thing is, what I find amazing about you, Kate, is this seems to be the only show that the avenue you have to ask these questions. People have cell phones and email addresses where you can ask these questions.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I love it.
No, she just asks her kids these questions too. They just can't. Emperor Dethroned over on Super Chat. Endgame has 2 fist pump moments: the Avengers Assemble moment and the Cap Mjolnir catch. Both had years of build-up and finally paid off spectacularly. The Cap Mjolnir catch was because I went to a 2 a.m. like kind of rowdy showing, and everyone was clapping for everything. That was the first like involuntary yell I had, is when he caught that hammer and then uppercutted Thanos with it. Woo!
Right.
ZCM Zombie Custom Maps.
Flyonqual donated $20. You are horrible. Just kidding. Happy birthday, RB3. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Fist pump moment. The horn of Helm Hammerhand will sound in the deep one last time.
Yes.
Looking good, Kate.
Wow.
Yes.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
Right?
way to draw all the tension away from RB3, Kate. Thanks.
We're
The
at
one
4
time you don't wear like a sloppy t-shirt. It has to be his birthday.
Kate, do you like wearing white to weddings too?
What's the bride wearing?
Yeah. Oh, what's a wedding? Does anyone remember?
Yeah.
This has been one of those for sure.
Riley would like to find out at some point in the near future. Man.
Well, my sister just had hers, and it was just luckily we have both very small families, so it was just like our immediate family, the fiance's immediate family, and then best man and maid of honor, and that was it. And then we went and had a nice dinner at a restaurant, just the 10 of us, and it was great. And it was a beautiful ceremony, and they're planning on doing a reception later on, when things clear up.
Yeah.
We've got it tentatively planned for like August or September, but they can obviously push back if need to be. But I mean, I'll never tell anybody how to do their wedding, especially a day like that. But I will tell you that the reception and the ceremony was absolutely beautiful, and it was nice just having it so personal as well.
Yep.
It also takes a lot of prep because planning a wedding is not fun.
Yeah,
like
that's what. The little I got from my sister, she was not having fun with it.
Yeah.
ZCM Zombie Custom Maps. Do you think we'll ever get a foreign movie slice?
I wish, Bibiani and Snyder have both pushed for that because, of course, both think they do really well in it. So,
Yes.
But I don't disagree that at some point, if we keep saying, and some competitors have said this, we're world champions of movie trivia, we actually have to, have a foreign movie slice or have foreign competitors come in and compete in our league. So, but, I think it should eventually down the road be something that we do have.
I agree. I think the foreign movies that make that crossover, like there will be Roma questions, and there's been there's been
Pan's Labyrinth,
Ip Man question, Pan's Labyrinth, stuff, Crouching Tiger question. Like Crouching Tiger is on a slice. I can't remember what slice it is, but I know Chow Yun Fat was on like the wheel slice actually. Miggy Camacho, happy birthday RB3, Lakers for life.
Yes.
Hope you have a great day. Keep fighting the good fight. Estamos unidos, and for Ben, it means we are united. I know that. Great seeing John, Kate, Brett, Ben back on SEC. SEN. Much love to the crew. Thank you so much, Miggy.
Thank you, Mickey.
And then Wiley Henry, fist pump, Karate Kid, swan kick. Brett, what's your dream role?
$20.
Oh,
Hey, raring doc, drunkest I've ever been was last year when I went home with a 43-year-old chick. I was 21, yup. Woke up confused as fuck, went to the living room and saw her with her 2 kids. I felt like a deer stuck in the headlights. I panicked low.
Wait. What state was this in? What state? I need to know. I got my thoughts. I got my guesses, but I need to know what state this was in.
Yeah.
It starts with an F and ends with an A, but I think I know what state this happened. I'm just going to put that out there.
Is that common practice out there?
Yeah, I lived there for 4 years. I'm not going to deny it's common practice.
California.
I'm surprised she didn't make you make breakfast.
Dream role is just to be in a film at this point. I mean, I back in the day, I probably had a ton of them, but it was just like, hey, how about an acting job? That would be my dream role. But it's I always wanted to play Kurt Cobain in a film, but I think I'm a bit old at this point. But that was something like I thought he should have a film.
Well, they could de-age you, man. They've got the technology.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Because I sent Kate a picture of my son now, who looks exactly like Kurt Cobain in the "Smells Like Teen Spirit" video,
Pac-Man
and also smells
$20.
like him too.
F that the last schmo robot won this war.
The last Mobile won the war.
That's great.
That's true.
This show brought to us by Pac-Man Dwain.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you
Pac-Man.
so much, Pac-Man, for everything. Cheryl Dick Pants with the Schmobot.
Yes.
Philly G. Fist pump moment when Furiosa asks Immortan Joe, "Remember me?" and kills him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That was great.
Pac-Man Dwayne with the Schmobot. Sweaty Ben. Berserker Logan is in Forest in Logan, just ripping fools left and right. Awesome scene. Again, happy birthday, RB3.
Thank you.
Mel Garcia. Happy birthday, RB3. That's really how I wrote it. Happy Jordan year to the young legend. Greatest fist pump moment that still gives me chills to this day is when George McFly lands a left-handed haymaker on Biff Tannen's jaw. The build-up, the score, the performances make it timeless.
We just did a Netflix watch party with my girlfriend's family for Back to the Future. That movie is surprisingly fast. Like I know it's an hour. It moves
so fast.
It moves so fast. By the time you get to the dance, you're like, wait, we're at the dance already? Like, what just happened? And that moment still works. I mean, George clenching that fist, and it's such a believable moment too, and you do cheer your face off.
Yeah. Like when he like goes to leave, he's like, "No, Biff, you leave." It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Pac-Man
Random
Dwayne
weird
with
redheaded kid.
What?
Then that random weird redheaded kid coming in and cackling, trying to steal her away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Mind if I cut in? Oh, you little bastard.
Clearly Zemeckis had some issues with the redheaded people. So. He was working them out in the movie.
He has issues with everybody. If you watch any of his movies, he pretty much hates every race, every gender, everybody. Like,
That's a good point.
Pork Hub, I know we're in the age of streaming, so I'm probably old-fashioned, but are there any movies that you will always need to own a physical copy of? And if so, any of you have a favorite collection piece for the favorite movie?
Yes, Top Gun. I just got it yesterday from Amazon in 4K. I have owned every version of that movie that's ever come out, and the Steelbook comes out in December, and I'm buying that as well. Yeah, well, there you go. Lord of the Rings, very good choice.
that's
nice.
That's nice.
Did you had the laser disc of Top Gun?
I had the Laserdisc. I had the beta. I had the VHS, and I had the Laserdisc.
Wow.
Then the DVD, then the special DVD, and then the 3D one that came out, and then the 4K one that just came out now. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Spider-Man. I have the Raimi Spider-Man collection. I have the Christopher Nolan Batman collection. The Back to the Future trilogy.
Nice.
I'm sorry. You said something?
Avatar? Do you have Avatar?
Oh, I do have it. Yeah, and it, I wish I had it right here, but yeah, it's like the big Blu-ray. And it's funny because when it came out on DVD, the movie was so long, it had 2 different DVDs. But if you got the Blu-ray, it was just one. Dang, that's a nice Trivia Pursuit though right there, John.
I've never opened it. I got it for my birthday 10, 15 years ago, and I never opened it.
Can I buy that off you?
Eric
Yes, of
donated
course.
$20.
Yes.
Hey, Raring. Not in the USA. Here in Norway. I was lucky AF that she was divorced. I went back to the bedroom and waited. She snuck me out of the house. I felt so terrible after. It is what it is.
Oh, you don't have to feel bad.
I was going to say, why do you feel bad? You didn't do anything wrong.
Hey, you didn't
Wait,
do
I'm
anything.
confused. Did you walk out and see her with the kids? If you saw her with the kids, then you couldn't be snuck out of the house because the kids already saw you.
Yeah.
I'm confused by that.
Not if the kids hadn't seen. Like if you
Oh, if
walk,
he just-
if you're like walking down a hallway and like you like peek around a corner and you see like there's kids like coloring with their mom. You go back into the bedroom. It's R. Kelly's trapped in the closet. You know
Kate,
what I mean?
Kate, she's 43. Those kids were not coloring with their mom. Those kids were probably
I'm gonna
15 years
well,
old.
when I'm 43, I will have a 7-year-old,
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
that's a good time.
and I'll have a. Also,
Yeah, check your privilege, Rocha.
I know. I
Yeah.
apologize.
I'll have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. So
Yeah, I'm 46 and I have a 13 and a
That's fine.
9-year-old.
That's
So,
fine.
there
But you can't deny that she could be 43 with two 20-year-olds.
Oh, exactly.
100%.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
Especially in Norway, for God's sake.
You know those liberal snowflakes down in Norway.
No, there's nothing else to do but have sex in Norway.
They don't have capitalism, so they must be, having babies at a really wild
When
age.
you have universal health care, I guess it's okay to have babies all the time.
Wait, RB3, who is that character and how come he's more of it? Is that just angry white dude?
I don't know. I mean, we can make that a character. Oh, the way they do the society and the other side of the
shoulders.
world.
It's the shoulders that come up so high.
But it's all she's doing something with his mouth too. Or
Disgust in his face, yeah. Don't try to tell me what to do with my country. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, now send that in the Streamlabs. Let's make that a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Streamlabs for sure.
Old white RB3.
Yeah, I like it.
Pac-Man Dwain, Mike with Schmobots, Ryan Chandler. Morning, folks. Happy B-Day, RB3. Gandalf used to be a character in a book. Now Ian McKellen is definitely definitive Gandalf. His perfect performance is brilliant.
Are you
He
showing
killed
off?
every line and every moment, even when working with tennis balls. You schmo shall not pass.
Are you showing off? Is it not Gandalf? Why are you saying Gandalf? Gandalf.
You're saying Gandalf?
You're saying
you-
Gandalf.
It's Gandalf. Is it
Gandalf?
not?
Oh.
Yeah, it sounded. Wait, it
Is
sounded
it
like
Gandalf?
That's
what
how
you
you
were
said
saying.
it.
That's
That's
what
how
you-
you said it. Gandalf.
Gandalf.
But it's Gandalf, right?
I just
Yeah,
love the scene. Did anybody watch Extras with Sir Ian McKellen
yes.
when
Oh,
he's
yes.
talking to him and he's like, "So here's my process, Sir Ian, Gandalf, you shall not pass, Sir Ian." There will be no scripts on stage. That's a note for everyone. Everyone knows.
Philly G, another fist pump moment is at the end of Avengers when Sean Connery gets struck by lightning. Just kidding. But at the end of Avengers when Thanos appears, I couldn't believe he made it to the big screen.
Oh, yeah. Thanos, yeah. Good dude.
Pac-Man Dwain with the Schmobot. I'm about it.
I think Thanos had it right. I mean,
just annihilating half of the universe. I mean, he just got the job done. I mean, I can't help but applaud it, honestly. What a great leader. Great leadership. Great leader.
Oh my God! It's also that his eyes disappeared.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's just incredible stuff you got there. Wiping out half the universe. Amazing.
It's developing as he's doing it too. Like it's changing.
I'm not gonna miss the upright.
This is heaven. Oh God.
This is really good.
Right, it just keeps going.
Haskell 420. Hey gang, when I broke my 2-year non-smoking streak with RB3 in NYC, 2 hours later, I'm driving the 1-hour trip back home. I'm using MapQuest, making left turns, right turns for 40 plus minutes, not realizing it was on a bike route, not direct route. Oops. Oh my! When I got
Haskell. Why are you in the car? Hi, Haskell.
Haskell, I'm sorry, man. My bad, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Ace Money got drunk early. Look how everybody's answering every question except the performance one.
Right.
Yeah.
Ace Money got drunk early at a wedding. Closed my eyes and opened them, and I was all alone on another floor of the venue. I was somehow next to wedding cake and started digging in before cake cutting. Oh no shit!
Oh shit, dog.
Yeah.
Nope. That is a bad idea right there, son.
Oh jeez.
You can't even try to cover that up.
I was at that wedding wearing white.
Luckily, everyone was distracted by Kate throwing glass at them. Gavin Min, happy birthday, RB3. Hope you have a wonderful day. Favorite performance in a franchise film is Sean Connery in The Last Crusade. It gives such a layered performance, and the moment when he reaches out to Indy and calls him Indiana gets me every time. You are speaking my fucking language, Gavin. That's why that's the best Indiana Jones movie.
I also have to say, I feel like the unsung actor in the Harry Potter franchise is Rupert Grint, the guy who plays Ron Weasley.
Oh yeah, Weasley. Yeah.
I think he's so good.
I think he's the most consistent throughout the series, honestly.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe comes into his own.
Yes.
Emma Watson comes into her own.
Yeah.
But Rupert Grint, granted, he had the easiest part to play of just being like a dumb kid, but hey, he did it great.
Did it great. Yeah.
I remember there's a story when Alfonso Cuarón was directing the third one, and he's like, do an essay about your characters. And Harry's essay was like, it was okay. It was like a page. Emma Watson's essay was like 3 pages and immaculate. And Rupert Grint forgot to do his. So it's like, it was literally like perfect for their characters.
Yeah.
Michael Red Dingus with the Schmobot. Thank you. Philly G, fist pump moment in Gladiator when Maximus stabs Commodus in the neck.
Yeah. Which of course never happened, but yes.
I'm sure you're fun at parties, Rocha.
Commodus went to live a long life. He started an aqueduct for them there. He was a bit of a malcontent, I'll be honest.
Actually, a thumbs up meant not to kill them, and a thumbs down.
I was actually there at the actual event, and I was an eyewitness, and I know for a fact there wasn't any stabbing. I mean, come on. I mean, how can they get the historical details like so wrong? I mean, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I suppose Ridley Scott, a bit of Ridley Scott's a bit feeling himself with this.
I am loving the Well Actually crew with John, Brett, and RB3 now.
$20. That guy who ate his wedding cake mad drunk before the cake cutting ceremony? That was not a bad idea. That's a powerful way to be cursed. Hashtag I hate to see it.
Yikes.
That's a good point.
Yeah, sure.
That's tough. Michael Red Dingus and Gregory Dopp with the Schmobots. Scott Tennyson. Hey guys, hope you're doing well. 2-part message here, and I'll see if I can find the. Okay, I got both parts.
Cool.
What are your thoughts on AT&T and HBO Max still not being available for Roku Fire Stick almost a month into their service and the lack of communication to those customers? Sorry if this was talked. And then his other one, already I'm an audio listener, still catching up while at work, so thank you for making these 8 hours go by fast. Also, what are some TV show recommendations for me and my girlfriend who have completely different tastes like you and your wife, Christian?
That's a lot of questions.
All right, so, well, honestly, if it wasn't for Quibi being out there, I really feel like everyone would be taking a lot of big shots at HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because the rollout has not gone to plan. And aren't they losing like a bunch of DCEU movies this week as well or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's sad because it's really just like HBO now, just with a different skin. And I thought it was going to be a lot more than that, but it hasn't lived up to the hype for sure.
Well, I know it's frustrating because I have HBO Max on my Xbox, right? And so, but that's in the smaller room. I would like to have it in the living room, but I have a Roku there and it doesn't. So I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what they can't figure out to make it happen, you know? So it's frustrating.
I cast mine from my computer onto my
Oh, that's
Do you
smart.
have like a Chrome stick or a Fire, whatever those things are?
Oh yeah. I should. Okay, I think I have one. Yeah, somewhere.
Because that's the way I've done it. Because
Okay.
I have a Samsung TV. I don't even have a Roku, and Samsung
Ooh.
TV has no apps. It's got like Netflix and Amazon and Hulu.
Right.
And that's it.
I just act out the scenes like I would think it would be in the show. And that's
That's the way to do it.
It's like IRL.
That's the
IRL.
purest form of physical media right there.
I love it.
Oh, and then his other question, TV show recommendations.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Many.
I
know,
just
right?
I just watched that show Space Force. Not that bad.
yeah.
Not that bad. It was
Steve
okay.
Carell's
I
great.
tried with that. I watched like the first 2 episodes. Oof. Avatar: The Last Airbender is on Netflix right now.
True.
That's what I've
that's
heard.
very
That
true,
one
very
came up a
true.
lot when we were talking about.
House of Cards, man. No, I was joking.
And the line, you know the line? I think, John, you're on it. You're on the line.
Yeah. He's on
Oh,
the
that's the
tightrope.
line. Homie can
Killing
walk out and
Eve.
disturb a happy family with 2 kids, but I'm crossing the line.
We really enjoyed Killing Eve. We finished that.
Yeah,
Killing's good.
God, that
Third
was-
season was better than the second season, I thought.
I haven't seen the third because I
Whoa.
think, yeah, or
I
have
know Hannibal's on Netflix now
Oh,
too,
right,
and I've
Hannibal,
heard
too.
people raving about that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Philly G, fist pump moment in Caligula with Malcolm McDowell playing Caesar, and he shoved his hand into the lard, and then the fist pumps that dude's butt.
Wait,
You
what?
don't mean fist pump literally, do you?
Now I know why
you.
Christian said not to do this. Yeah, okay, fair, I understand.
Scott Tennyson. Oh wait, got that one. Fly on the wall with the Schmobot. Scott Tennyson got that one. Eric with the Schmobot. Let me refresh. Got a few more in here. Luna Loveswell. My parents got a divorce because my dad cheated. We lived in the Dominican at the time, and when she found out, we got our visas and we set fire to the house and left. Wasn't in the house, LOL. So yeah, us Latinas are a little crazy. Kate does look amazing.
Okay, this is because by the way, though, I have to say this is because Brett was like, send in your Streamlabs with why your parents got divorced.
Hey, man. Money's money, bro.
Well, that was $1, so yeah.
but it's a good story.
It was a good
It's
story.
a good story.
Yeah.
Set the thing
Thank
on
you
fire.
Sorry,
for
your
the
dad
asterisk that your dad was not in the house at the time.
Yeah.
That's called
That's-
a waiting. That's called a waiting to exhale.
Yeah. El Santoyo, what's going on Monday? Crew, did anyone watch the 30 for 30 Long Gone Summer? Took
Yes.
me back to when I hella remember watching every at-bat and that home run chase.
I have such a bone to pick with this documentary because I watched
Okay.
it. That obviously I remember all this happening. I still have the newspaper cover, like the front page of those things. But I was so mad watching this documentary because essentially the documentary is trying to say hey, everybody else was doing it. It's not a big deal. These guys should get back into the Hall of Fame. Every single writer, except for maybe Bob Costas, on there was like, you know, they weren't really regulating it, so I don't know why everyone's up in arms about it. It seems like it's not a big deal. Let Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa in there. And I just was like, what kind of documentary is this? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I didn't see it.
Okay, good.
I get what you're saying. Like, you know, there can be very well-made documentaries, but that only kind of show one side of the argument.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, well, yeah, I never thought about it. I'm like, yeah, well, because like it's just beating you over the head with one side of the argument and not presenting the other side whatsoever. Like, so you got to be careful with those. But a well-made documentary is always fun.
It is well-made. That's no doubt.
Tim Sim with the Schmobot, Tavishka Productions, Performance, Andy Serkis, Planet of the Apes, Fist Bump, the opening scene of Tron Legacy when the melody hits and the camera pans right into the Tron title.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, God. Everything about that score in Tron Tron Legacy is so good. Over on Super Chats, let me see where I left.
Kate, lift up your leg.
Cameron Hainsworth, I love my Monday crew. Happy Brie Day, RB3. My brother, Rocha, you that dude. Brett, you're a natural. National treasure. Ben, Rookie of the Year. And Kate, I will always say bend the knee to a goddess. The French taunter.
I ate a Cheeto off the floor.
Is that a sex thing?
Oh, shoot.
Well, now it's going to be. Thanks.
The French taunter. The Gucciverse beckons to us all tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific on Twitch. It welcomes Sabrina Ramirez. Happy birthday, RB3.
There you go.
Hey.
Stupid Stars Music. Love the show. Great to see all. And Kate's fine arse.
Wow.
Hey.
Nice.
John Campbell. I know it wasn't a great movie, but in Justice League, when Superman showed up to fight Steppenwolf and the John Williams Superman theme played, fist pump.
Yep, nice moment. Agreed.
I did like that, especially when he's like, and I'm a huge fan of Justice. I was like, that's such a corny Superman line, but it works.
Yep.
And that's everything, guys.
Oh, all right.
Hey,
All
on
right.
time.
Right on time
Boom.
schedule.
Let's wrap this thing up, RB. Hit us. Take us out.
1 second, y'all, and here we.
Except for we'll see you later for your birthday stream.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tonight, and I hope to see everybody in this chat room tonight at the First Cut live stream. Check out the YouTube channel First Cut. Just search it up on YouTube. Do a live stream tonight at 5:30 PST, which is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to check that out, y'all. Thank you.
There you go. And thank you all so much for joining us here on the birthday edition of SEN Live with RB3, our special guest, handling everything here. And thank you all so much for the super chats, the Streamlabs, and the donations. Don't forget to like this video, to share this video, follow
50
Brett
more
Sheridan,
likes to 500.
follow Ben Goddard, follow RB3, and follow me here at The Rocha Says. Have yourself an awesome, awesome Wednesday. Kristen's back tomorrow with that dude over there, Brett Sheridan, and who knows what shenanigans they'll get up to. So tune in then. Until then, have a great time and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.